Labha, a small peaceful hamlet in the Kalimpong district of West Bengal, is located at an altitude of 7,700 feet. Labha is surrounded by lush forest and is the gateway of the Neora Valley National Park. The beautiful Kagyu Tekchen Ling, an ancient Buddhist monastery, is the centerpiece of this little hamlet. And in any direction you look, there is a dense green forest cover as far as your eyes can reach. The forest is teeming with wildlife, and the Neora Valley region is specially known for its extravagant bird life. The sheer density of different bird species is unlike anywhere else I have ever been before. The first bird I encountered is a female blue-fronted redstart, grooming and calling relentlessly. It's February and it's time to find a partner to breed. The male was a bit more colorful. I saw this bird at a distance as its sharp call attracted me. Luckily, her partner chose a branch right in front of me to perform his courtship dance. Chestnut-bellied rock thrush. The male danced and displayed his bright blue feathers, while the female sat on a branch a little above and looked down at the spectacle. It's actually the male who positioned himself a little below the female to show off his iridescent blue feathers to attract her. The female stared at him with an empty gaze. The performance went on for a few more seconds. The female doesn't seem fully impressed. The green-tailed sunbird also performed for a brief moment, but the female remained hidden in a nearby bush. This was all happening at one place in the forest. And if the courtship dances were not enough, a mixed flock of bar-throated mendlas and stripe-throated euhenas decided to take dips in a nearby puddle of water. I waited a bit to see if anyone else comes to take a refreshing shower. The golden bush robin arrived next to take a quick dip before taking off. Some other birds only gave me chance to take snaps. These busy customers hardly ever pauses to provide opportunities to make a clip. This maroon-backed accenter was busy feeding on a roadside patch of grass while his friend sat idle on a branch and looked curiously at me. I noticed that some species of flowering plants attracted most of the bird species. First is this yellow flowering one, and the other was this pinkish bottle brush-like flower that attracted various different species. The next morning, I decided to visit a nearby village called Kalimpong. So I set out early. It was about 13 kilometers hike from where I was staying. On my way, I observed several different types of forest patches. Some places had dense bamboo forest. Most of it was mixed forest, while some parts had dense and dark pine forests. Again, that same flower, and I found a group of rusty-fronted barwings collecting nectar from the flower. It was all peaceful when some other bird attacked and chased off the barwings. Let's have a closer look. It's a rufous sebia. These birds were everywhere and they attacked every other bird that is smaller or equal to their size. The rufous sebia is also the loudest among all the species. Their shrill calls could be heard from a distance. Suddenly, a flash of red color attracted me and I freezed. A scarlet finch appeared from nowhere, sat on top of a branch and started looking for something. It may have heard a call of a potential mate. I went further and walking alone through this dense forest was a bone-chilling experience. Most of the way through Neora Valley Trail to Kalimpong was dark pine forest. It was only near the village where I got to see a bunch of students going to school. I was going to Chage waterfall and on my way I saw this beautiful little stream. The water was as clear as glass. I was mesmerized. Time stood still for me. Eventually, I reached the waterfall, which washed off all the tiredness of the long walk to this place. The village Kalimpong was densely populated with various winged beauties. It was hard to concentrate on one specific species. They were all in mixed flocks, and the dense bushes makes it very difficult to make good photos. was going after a specific species, the grey-headed canary flycatcher. I have been trying to make good clips of them since last 2 days at Lava. These tiny little fluff balls remains busy, hardly pauses to give you chance to shoot. At Kolakam they filled my heart and sensor with their grace and beauty. I sat near a cardamom field at Kolakam village as this place had various bird movements. First to appear was a fire-tailed sunbird that danced and chirped its heart out. I was seeing a black-throated sunbird for the first time. He gave me fair amount of time to film, but was not in the most favorable position. Chestnut-crowned laughing thrush groups were fairly common both at Lava and Kolakam. The Sikkim tree creeper is a species which climbs on tree trunks covered in moss, looking for insects. This one is very fast in its movements and is hard to capture on film. Me and my camera struggled to keep pace with this species. At least I got a few decent shots to my satisfaction. Near the waterfall, I noticed this crested serpent eagle sitting on a bare branch looking for potential prey. Lava, Kolakam, Rishab, all these places has beautiful stay options. Lava Nature Resort is one worth mentioning. This beautiful and iconic place would give you a feel of living in a forest. The place is beautifully designed and remnants of old vehicles that once traversed through these hills reminds of old days. There are cottages deep inside the pine forest to give you a feel of staying deep into a dense forest. I, however, chose to stay at Rishab, which is at a much secluded place. The beautiful wooden cottages are the best the hills has to offer. This place called the lovely Homestay had a beautifully maintained garden blooming with flowers everywhere. And the property itself attracts several bird species. The little village, its people and the forest would make you feel like staying there forever. The foggy, misty morning brings out a very different beauty of the forest. The cloud cover turns it into a mysterious, magical place. The drenched leaves of fern, dewdrops on leaves, the moss-covered undergrowth can mesmerize anyone who loves nature.